I don't mean
Like-
to nerd gatekeep, but
Oh, nerd gatekeep
yes.
all fucking day, yeah. Because,
Fuck
like,
both
you know,
of
we're
them.
nerds. We're fucking sitting recording a podcast right now.
Yeah,
but, like, we're not
No,
dorks.
we're burnouts, Bo.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
come on now.
exactly. That's a very
Here's-
different thing.
Something I've been most enthralled with this week is trying to find some of the Pabst hard coffee.
Oh yeah, baby.
I don't know if you guys drink the Java Monsters.
Oh yeah.
I
Unfortunately.
can't say I've had the pleasure? Question mark.
Oh, it's a pleasure, all right.
It's a play.
Wait.
You gotta say it in a way that sounds like you're like being creepy about it.
Yeah.
It's,
Okay. So
my
explain it to me
pleasure.
like this. Okay. All right. Pleasure scale 1 to 10. 0 being like attending mass, right? You know, just no fun whatsoever, and 10 being like the absolute pleasure scale. Let's just say cheating on your partner, okay, and getting away with it.
Hang on,
all right?
Jesus.
hang on, Kelton.
Is that what you gotta say to us, bud?
So, where's that rank for you, Zach? Huh? Like scale of 1 to 10. Pabst hard coffee.
Honestly, with that skill, I feel like it's a 0. Like,
Yeah, like I'll
Well,
see
I
you. I'll see you singing fucking Latin, bud.
All right, choir boy. So,
at
not
least
that
I'm not
good of a
Pete
drink, I
Buttigieg.
guess, huh?
No, I mean, shit, I'd try it.
yeah,
Like if it was free, I'd try it. I wouldn't fucking pay money for it.
yeah, but if you tried it and it was really good, you
I
would
would
have
not
to
buy
pay
it.
money.
I would not buy it again, though.
That's what everyone said about, chili cheese flavored Frito chips. And look at where we are now. We can't stop eating.
Now I can't get a variety pack without chili cheese flavored Fritos. Like, I just want the normal ones, for God's sake.
You psychopath.
Well, so essentially what it is, it's like, one of those Java Monsters we were talking about a second ago, but with like just, quote unquote malt beverage in it.
Malt
Oh,
beverage,
yes.
I can't imagine it tastes great, but I can't imagine
Gotta
it tastes
get
that bad
me
either.
some of that malt beverage.
Oh yeah, like to wake up in the morning and have a nice tall glass of malt.
That would be fantastic, by the way, in the alternate reality where it's like, oh, well, welcome to Shake Shack. What can I get you? A nice milkshake, maybe an ice cream cone, a malt. And you're like, yeah, I want a malt. And it's just one 40-ounce giant alcoholic.
Holy shit!
Yeah, some guy just said that Johnny Rockets getting just shit-faced
Yeah,
outside.
it's like a big fucking like natty daddy or something like that, Yeah.
I'm getting
Damn
dessert
it.
with my children. It's fine. Fuck you.
When they
What are you
remake,
talking about?
is it Demolition Man with all the Taco Bells?
Oh yeah.
It's just gonna
Jesus,
be
yeah.
they're just gonna remake Demolition Man, but instead of Taco Bell, it's the fucking they have the malt, the Pabst hard coffee malt at the.
No. Welcome to Taco Bell, where the only thing we have to drink is Pabst hard coffee. We hope you enjoy it. Remember, this is Mexican food.
Yeah, can I please get a Baja Pabst?
God
God.
damn it.
Dolphin attack.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Psychic Dolphin Garage. I'm one of your co-hosts, Kelton. You can find me on Twitter at SexConfetti. Joining me today is my co-host, Bo, right? That's your name?
Yes, hello. It is me, the George Costanza of this podcast. I'll leave it to you guys to figure out who's everybody else. And it doesn't need to be limited to Seinfeld. I mean, you could be Goku, you could be Godzilla, whatever. This is Bo. I'm at Schnedwob on Twitter. That is SCHNEDWOB. Also at Schnedwob. Really, really everywhere. So if you see that horrible, horrible name, it's either me or some dick shit imposter. So
At real Schnedwob.
at
fake
real
Schnedwob.
_Schnedwob_ check mark. There's no actual check mark. I just wrote check mark out so you really know it's me. And who else is joining us this evening?
It is I. You really fucking reveled in that I get my name called out first this week, didn't you? You just fucking
Oh,
sat in it.
absolutely, yeah.
You fucking brothed yourself all inside of that.
Cooked myself up into a nice stock.
It's me, Zach, here today at the Riot Pollen Barrage podcast.
I'm into it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because it's summer.
That can count.
Yeah.
Ah, perfect.
Everybody's sneezing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So humid.
I be sneezing.
And sweating.
Don't you know climate change
is gonna kill me.
We're not gonna make it till 30.
Oh, Jesus. Well, no, that's an upside, I guess. You know. Oh.
Yeah. I'm scared of that stage where where I have to listen to the classical rock radio, and it's just like. It's just Welcome to the Black Parade, just all the time, and that's it. Like, is that what my parents feel like when they hear Freebird?
The thing I'm really not looking forward to is like, my friends that have kids, but like, their kids are old enough to like hang out, and run around and do shit, and I don't have any kids, so it's like, fucking wrangle your little demons, please. I'm begging you.
I told you, Bo. My darling sweet angel is still working on the whole walking process.
All right, perfect.
And I would like it if you respect her choices to walk over you like a goddamn speed bump. You're gonna pass out in our driveway. And you're gonna get treated like a speed bump. I don't
have any respect for any child until they learn to say "shut the fuck up, boomer." At which point they have totally gained control. And they've gained the mantle of civilization.
So Gen X, then Millennials, Gen Y, Gen Z, then the weird next generation that's called the post-Quake generation. We don't quite know why that is. The Great Awakening generation, the anti-Cthulhu generation.
Yeah, definitely the Cthulhu scene kids is what it is, yeah.
Damn. I was going to say post-Quake generation is when we rise up against Bethesda, because Bethesda's bought out Disney and every other corporation. And
it just works.
Everyone was tired of going to QuakeCon.
Which you have to do mandatorily every week.
It's the QuakeCon pilgrimage, and you have to do it once a year.
The knockoff version, QuickCon. Like, it's the same thing, just like the 15-minute, the Cliff Notes version. Yeah. We'll tell you what you missed.
There's fucking guns, explosions, fuck you, give me my money.
Aw.
By the way, since Zach didn't mention it earlier, you can find him on Twitter at Shinobi1Kenobi.
Oh, dude, you didn't plug your handle?
I don't want people to... I just had people start following me, and like, it's like weird now. Like, now, when I first made the Twitter... long time ago in high school, it was like, people follow me. Nobody fucking followed me.
People are following you.
Yeah.
People are fucking following me.
The account is thoroughly ratioed. Now it's like, you could just lay off. I don't know what you want.
I got Twitter, but then everyone kept calling me gay online. So then I stopped. I came back to Twitter. Now everyone's calling me gay online, but in a positive way.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Explain this strange new world to me.
Yep.
Yeah, Twitter is. I'll be more thoughtful of my plugs as I am more into the Twitterverse. But currently, I'm still struggling through like weird, weirdly bad takes that I catch. Like, it took me a little bit to realize
believe me, we're realizing all those bad takes are rubbing off on you. We still can't believe what you said.
I'm sorry, I radiate a 30-foot bad take energy aura. It just infects everyone I know, and apparently it works over audio. So enjoy that, listeners.
Bad take.
As someone who's banned from Facebook, still from most interaction.
Big F, by the way. Big F. To that.
I can't use the page. I'm now channeling my efforts into making the page something that people would either want to follow or interact with. And my God, it is interesting. Twitter is very, very different. You can follow us there at Dolphin Garage. We are in no way affiliated with the Miami Dolphin Garage.
Yet.
But the handle was available, so fuck you guys. We're going to take it.
And once they offer us money for it, we will take it.
Yes.
Yeah,
we absolutely
will switch handles. Just change our username like normal people.
Phallic Porpoise car park. That's us.
That's us. Yep. All day,
Psychic
every
and
day.
phallic are not the same word, but they sound kind of similar. So, and I love a good dick joke.
And you guys can email us at psychicdolphingarage@gmail.com. It's something that we have set up because just on the off chance you want to pretend that you're a secretary from the 1980s.
To whom it may concern.
I was thoroughly disappointed in your last episode.
Not
Detroit
jokes.
Too many dick jokes in the episode prior to that, but too few this time. Perhaps ration out your dick jokes.
Dick fully yours.
Dick. Spencer.
Just dick. Just that's how it's signed. Perfect.
Thoroughly yours, dick, is how I would read that. So, not quite the same effect. Anyways, y'all can also call us 512-402-2089.
And if you want a Discord, believe me, I have considered it. The idea has gone through my brain because I would like to get it going, but it's going to take me a couple more sessions of sitting in front of the computer thinking about, wow, I really should update this Discord so that we can use it officially for the podcast.
I have to get gold in League. ... Press. Key press. Right?
Yep.
Was that? Did y'all feel it in the moment in that sketch I built?
No.
Did y'all see
I was
world?
right there. Yeah.
I do want to say that
thank
you have left out several of the mechanics that I find integral to the League experience. So,
okay.
No, I
sorry,
honestly,
sorry.
I really disagree. I felt like I was right there with a Russian 12-year-old swearing at me.
Russian 12-year-old on the North American servers. What is this? What is this? The 2016 election?
Nice.
Man. There is awful news coming as a result of that, and so I cannot wait for the hard-hitting and very just thorough, critical line of questions that the upcoming DNC debate will have. Real, just journalistic-style questions. And
bunch of really, really, what's the word I'm looking for?
Neoliberal?
No, it's a... Yeah, that's definitely what I'm looking for. No, it's just a fountain of wonderful discourse is exactly what I expect from every single one of these DNC debates.
Yeah, I mean, it really is kind of ridiculous what's happening. That everyone's like, okay, hey, guess what? We're going to do another debate in Detroit, and it's going to be amazing, you guys. It's going to be fantastic. Everyone, come check us out.
Also, tickets are $2,000 a piece.
What? No, don't pay attention to that. Yeah, show it. Stick it to the Republicans. Yeah, come and see us. We have 20 candidates. Maybe 10 of them are somewhat serious.
The fact that you have even 10 who are in the serious, sorry.
Okay, listen, we realistically have 4, but
yeah.
If there
we
really
are the
is
official podcast of Marianne Williamson, so we got to expand the field a little bit. Okay,
So what
guys?
you should be saying is we have one serious candidate.
That's true. All right, yeah,
and that is
that's
she
right.
who
Okay.
will usher in a new era of human evolution where we transcend our physical forms.
Of course. I'm sorry.
I do want to say that there is there's a funny line between the Democrats and the Republicans, and that's that it costs a lot of money to get into to get into the official debates, but Trump rallies are free to attend.
Yeah. See?
Now, that doesn't mean that you'll get in. It means that it's basically first come, first serve. And they still have paid events where it's $35,000 to get to dinner, $70,000 for a photo op, and a closed-door round table is $100,000.
And for $200,000, you get a special flight on a certain plane to an island. What? Sorry.
Not these days, you don't. Thank God.
That one is on hold currently, but don't worry, your favorite option will be available again soon.
I'm sure some other enterprising capitalist will provide the service very shortly.
Oof. Oof.
Well,
It's good we got the one guy, don't get me wrong, but
yeah. Little St. John, oh, come on. That was so 2016. It's now all about no extradition island. Come check it out. We're open about it.
it's wherever Louis C.K.'s hiding out these days.
Jesus Christ. Him and Aziz between their stand-up sets.
It's just them standing face to face in like a fucking, not an actual like stand-up dressing room, but like a bad like set of a dressing room, just like staring at each other, fucking pants around their ankles, jacking off, like not breaking eye contact. And they never nut either. It's just, sorry, what were we talking about?
I don't know. I was again like talking about how I
just went to
my
a fugue
words
state,
illustrate a scene. Yeah, you put me right there. I mean, I felt like I couldn't get away. Like I was in the back corner, just staring helplessly, hoping to God that it would end.
It's just a fake door. It's standing on a pallet held up by like 2 pieces of wood, but it's locked.
So I guess we're obligated in some small way to go ahead and do a debate preview, since that will be coming out. I guess if this comes up on Tuesday, it will be later on that night. So, okay, guys, it's happening later on this evening. So if you decide to tune into that, or on the next night on Wednesday, then you could look at that, and we would love to hear your thoughts and your feedback. But I think that each of us should go ahead and pick a candidate that we think could, really be the standout, or could really actually woo the day and gain the hearts and minds of the American people. What do y'all think?
Why, yes, this is such a good spur-of-the-moment idea, Kelton. I am so happy that you are so good at these...
He just broke right out into it.
...ideas that we can do to have fun on our podcast.
Thank you, Zach Bott. I appreciate that so much. Zach is away currently trying to explain his horrible life choices to his friends, family, and loved ones, and will be issuing a public apology at the end of this episode. So, in the meantime, I guess I'll go ahead and take it away here. So, on the first night, the person that I think could really not only use a boost, but I think could do be a real standout would be John Hickenlooper of Colorado. Simply because this guy is backed up against a wall. He is running out of money. He is running out of time. He is barely surviving and bragging about how he's polling at around 2% among Democratic voters.
King.
But yeah, absolutely. Just, again, a true juggernaut of a campaign. I know this is a man who doesn't seem like his grasp on reality is all there. It may be the fracking fluid he regularly does shots of to prove that it's safe to consume, but I really think that Hickenlooper can come forward and he'll hammer home the idea of a low unemployment numbers.
There it is.
Yeah. And then also really try to appeal as hey, it's Colorado. Colorado's cool, right? Don't look at how... Yeah, you like weed. Don't look at this weird one-product bubble that has dictated our state's economy. But, everything's just fine. Check it out. What about you, Zach?
So for the first night, really, I picked this before the latest update. So I feel like my candidate choice has made it the easiest on me. I think that John Delaney has made his move to stand out at this debate and to carry the the news media, carry the news cycle, to be the poster boy on all the talk shows and stuff. His latest plan he's come out with is a mandatory national service program where you can still serve if you serve in the military, if you participate in community service, a national infrastructure apprenticeship, or a climate corps job, then you will be paid. Your salary will be determined by a regional cost of living. If you do 1 year of service, it will be 2 years of free in-state tuition and fees at a public university, community college, or technical school. If you do 2 years of service, it'll be 3 years of free in-state tuition and fees at a public university.
So hold on. 1 year gets me 2 free years, but 2 years gets me 3 free years?
Yes.
This just sounds like diminishing returns, yeah.
Yeah. If you serve for 3 years, you'll get 3.5 years of free education.
Hey, what can I say?
For 4 years.
What can I
How about
say?
that?
He's an entrepreneur. It just comes naturally to him.
All right. So if he takes up and he starts to skyrocket up the polls, we can just join the Delaney Dogs. Woof woof. Yeah.
Yeah, Delaney Dogs. It's a good program because this is kind of things that leftists have wanted to do for a while, especially something like Climate Corps. Like that's like bread and butter.
That's huge. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not the right guy doing it.
Yeah. Also, it's really good that we have never
mandatory.
Well, yeah, that's a nice touch.
It's
but
also that it's mandatory. Like,
so
the benefits of this is that this is basically he's an entrepreneur funding his own campaign. If he's running as a Democrat, we won't have to spend as much money trying to win other positions in other states. So he's the gravel candidate. He's the ideal gravel candidate.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Gravel, of course, supports the idea of any candidate who is independently wealthy enough to spend his own money on a presidential campaign and then not bankrupt the party so we can focus on winning the House of Representatives and the Senate.
Yeah, and Delaney's position has kind of been pushed a little bit left between Bernie and Warren having so much out there that, the rest of the Democrats don't want to fall behind them, as it were.
Yeah.
Delaney is backing up and tripping over his own dick into being a more progressive candidate.
Yeah.
The days
That's the way
wear
it
on.
should work. Fucking, yeah, fix that Overton window. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how he's tripping over it because it's so small, but I guess that it doesn't have to be a realistic...
He's got that small peener.
Yep, the small
Instead
weenie.
of saying woof woof, we can say oof oof.
There you go.
Yeah. So second best part of this is that my favorite movie is Starship Troopers, and my favorite philosopher is
my
Isaac.
part.
So this is exactly the hyper militaristic
leftist utopia.
Yeah, that I envisioned.
Well, so I was going to say a second ago, it's funny you bring up Starship Troopers, because it's not as if at any point say maybe in the past one American presidencies we've had a pretty just middle of the road liberal president who expanded their power or the power of the state in general, and then another president who came later, I'm not going to name names, then used those expansions of power to nefarious shitty ends.
Yeah,
I think that's a very solid critique. Yeah. I mean, I think that's a very solid critique of both the Carter and Reagan administration.
That's exactly what I was
really
talking about. Wait, when are we recording this? When is this coming out? Where am I?
We're actually recording this from the base of the Challenger launch. We're very excited about this.
No.
It'll be a big day tomorrow.
We're recording this on September 11th, 2001 at the first floor of the World Trade Center.
Yeah, it's 7 a.m. currently.
Yeah, and it's gorgeous out. I mean, like this crisp New York September is really... Is that plane flying a little low?
We have plans
I'm going to go out for coffee. I'll see you guys later.
All right.
You know what? You guys keep recording. I'll be the errand boy this time.
This episode of Seinfeld fucking sucks. Speaking of shows about nothing, Pete Buttigieg is going to be at the DNC Night 1. And honestly, I'm really just hoping he spends the whole fucking time beefing with Lil Nas X. Like, I think,
dropping.
I mean, the fucking joke is, of course, everybody's featuring on every remix of Old Town Road that comes out, and, in 2050, we're going to have the fucking Mountain Goats on there or something. Quick plug for the Mountain Goats, by the way. But I think...
they need the plug from us and not the other way around.
Precisely. everybody should be listening to fucking... Anyway, yeah, the fact that he was snubbed on that is just so fucking good. But I cannot stress enough just what a fucking dorcas he is. And, this is a little bit of validation on that front.
Just him taking side shots at Lil Nas X in the debate question.
Yeah, just being real bitter about it.
And let me tell you something else. I'm not going to say that we should believe in anything like a free lunch, but I think it'd be okay if the government gave out paninis from time to time. Huh? Yeah. Don't want to make a rodeo of this, but
we're all family here.
He comes out with a bold new infrastructure plan that he clearly wrote in like the last week. I think we should build a new town road. I don't listen to music. Y'all know this. I only listen to one sad white guy just beating the shit out of his guitar and recording it into a fucking like 1985 Casio.
That's Dire Straits, right?
Well, it's the Mountain Goats again.
I thought
where do you think that plug came from, man?
I thought you were listening to just actual mountain goats, and that was going to be our plug. I thought you were getting some sweet checks from Big Mountain Goat into
the
your
goat
corner.
lobby.
I just want to say that I don't like your music taste when it's basically just bad dad rock.
Oh yeah, it's the worst dad rock. It's bad, sad dad rock.
It's lost the kids dad rock is what it is.
Karen took the fucking kids. Time to record an album.
Karen took the mids, you mean?
Whoa!
Hey man.
Is that a weed reference? Is that
yeah,
joke?
Welcome to another episode of BB Lettuce. Today.
Weed's good. I'm a fan. You guys like
Hey
weed?
guys, weed? Yeah, it's real cool.
Weed is cool.
4 episodes later. So guys, cocaine? That shit's
that's
real
way
cool.
better.
Fuck yeah, 3 episodes later. Hey guys, I found this cool thing called ketamine. Want to try some?
Ooh.
Yeah, let's really stake our claim as the Ket podcast. That's gonna be
3 episodes and 6 months later. So it was around that time that I discovered that rehab was the coolest thing of all.
Bo died.
It was weird that in his will he didn't want to be buried or cremated. He demanded to be stuffed like a bear and put into one of our corners.
Watching, waiting.
Really betting on some Frankenstein type shit to happen in the later years, I see.
Oh, we'll get to that. Yeah. But before we do, who else is on the DNC winners list?
I think that's it for night 1.
Yeah, night 2 though. We got some real badasses over here. And I got to talk about my own personal favorite before I became part of the Orb gang and associated with that movement. So in night 2, I think I got to go with my my own personal prophet of doom and gloom, Jay Inslee. A lot of campaigns are running on primarily one issue right now, so I got to go with the guy who cares about climate change so hard he just keeps on shoehorning it into literally every answer. Women's rights? Well, let me tell you, the woman's most important right is to choose to pursue renewable energies. That's why I believe that climate change is the most important thing, and other various attempts at that. I just want to simply see how many times he's going to try and convince us that the oceans, which are slowly going to boil us alive like the lobster and frog people that we are, is actually a problem. And I want to see how many times and how many people he can win over, and at the very least try and convince that he needs to become the new either Secretary of the Interior or the head of the Department of Energy, because this is his time to shine. He's not going to make the next debate, so he's fully going for broke. We're going to see his cabinet campaign speech in this debate.
Yeah, his campaign's going broke.
Because this fucking green energy, it's not commercially viable. No, I fucking and it becomes more and more apparent every election cycle that a lot of these people aren't fucking here to actually run for the president. They're here to sell their fucking book or something or other. But if you can pull a fucking gravel kind of thing and just drag the fucking Overton window as far left as you can, I mean, shit. Go for it, boss. Yeah. Go off, King, I say.
I say, King. Yes,
I say, King,
go
I say.
off.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, please.
Also, googling Inslee just to see what his Twitter's at right now. One of his most recent tweets is not about climate change, but eradicating Hep C in Washington. So, shit, yeah, that's cool too.
Listen, again, we want to talk about the issues facing us. You can't fight climate change if you're dying of Hep C. So,
Jay Inslee's largest contributor is Microsoft Corporation, and I hate Windows so much that I now just through contact hate Jay Inslee. So that's why I did not pick him as my candidate to stand for the night 2. I do want to say that the most gamer-phobic candidate is the one that I'm choosing, so take that as you will. Kamala Harris is going to carry the night 2 of the next debate.
Cop mommy.
Oh yes,
calling it
that
now.
Strong, principled woman.
Now, I say that is her strongest. Her strongest strength is that she has no moral positions, and so her ambiguity is where her greatest asset lies. Like, think about it. She was a prosecutor. She'll do whatever she's told. She's a cop. No matter what. Like, if you go and look at her page, if you go and look at the KamalaHarris.org/issues, at the top is Kamala Harris for the people. It's our America. Criminal justice reform. She'll fight to end mass incarceration. She'll take action on gun violence. She wants a fair and just immigration system. Like,
I am going to make sure that no prosecutors act like I did when I was a prosecutor.
Hey, if she was a prosecutor, then she'd be the one that best knows what prosecutors are like.
What sort of weird Hannibal Lecter logic is that?
No, send a prosecutor to kill a prosecutor. It's a classic old adage, yeah.
Yeah. So the prosecutor is the hunting dog. That's why you give them the presidency, and then you force her to take, I don't know, Warren as her vice president, because Warren is the one that actually has plans vice president, so the one that have more power than the president, actually. You just don't hear about it. Same way that Joe Biden now can run for president, because we didn't hear about all the shit that he did when he was vice president, because he was Cool Joe.
I, too, also saw the film Vice and was horrified.
Yeah. So,
yep.
Especially as and you're right. You're absolutely right.
Zach, I was expecting you to say something like right after.
Nope.
And I just.
Nope. That was it. Kelton. He really hammered the nail home.
Hell yeah.
So I mean, as we saw in her last debate performance, she scourged Joe Biden. So.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool, I gotta say.
Yeah, even if she isn't maybe the best candidate that we want or would support, I do think that she is at least going to steal or attempt to steal the Democratic nomination from,
Now, Zach, again, I don't really want to issue out another one of your bad takes. But are you really saying that the black candidate is going to steal something at the debates,
No!
Zach?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, no.
Someone really has it out for me this week. I think that the most I think that the white people are not sending their best.
100% correct. As a white people who is not the best, I can confirm.
And the most qualified candidate should be the one that we're putting in a position to run the country, and that qualified candidate is definitely not Joe Biden.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. I like an idea of who will be the standouts or make the most waves in the debates that. None of us included Joe Biden. Not even a thought in our mind.
No, he's gonna be there. He's like the final boss in an RPG, where it's like he's gonna be there at the end, but he's not really doing a whole lot in the story. In the meantime,
he's like slogging along like Frankenstein, like half alive, and there's two like aides next to him, just plugging another corporation into his dead, bloated campaign.
Biden rope.
He's running out of juice. I need that Raytheon shot right now.
Boost it up.
Yeah, he's got like the full on like zombie hands out, but like for an entirely different reason than zombies normally do. Anyway.
No.
No. That's a cursed concept. So my pick, quickly segueing away from that bit of the conversation, for night 2, is Michael Bennett. Do you guys know Michael Bennett at all? Of course you don't. No, nobody does. That's because looking at him is like looking at an off-brand thing of Oreos that was discontinued without you ever hearing about it. Like, if you just pull up a fucking picture of the guy and look at him, like, God, just fucking look at him. He recently got into a scrap with Andrew Yang on Twitter. I say scrap. It was them playfully, like, making just the absolute most tepid jokes at each other. Like, this is, like, You know how fucking dorky, like, Wendy's is on Twitter, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Imagine a tenth of the cool that Wendy's has. And Wendy's is already, pretty fucking basic. That's what it is.
Real quick for our listeners, I just want to let you know, if you search Michael Bennett into Google, you will get the first result is for Michael Bennett Jr., an American football defensive end.
So that was my next point. Yes, exactly. This guy's parents have shit SEO because there's a much cooler Michael Bennett out there
Hell yes.
that I think should be on the fucking debate stage. He's the defensive end for the Patriots. He's being fucking on the Patriots. He's been to fucking several Super Bowls. He went to A&M, which, I mean, make of that what you will.
Hey, Texas!
Yeah, fucking guns up. Or wait, no, that's Tech. That sucks.
Gig 'em.
That's what it is. Gig 'em. One of those football things. I don't know sports. But he wrote a book called "Things That Make White People Uncomfortable," which I think his presence at the debate stage would do exactly that. Like, so fucking yeah, bring him on.
Oh my god. Okay, yes, I would be thoroughly in favor of the idea of Michael Bennett of the New England Patriots running for president.
Yeah, no, just swap him out last second. What we do, we get in touch with him, be like, hey, you're the real Michael Bennett. This other Michael Bennett's fucking fake, and we just fucking have him show up. The bouncer at the backstage checks the guest list, which is, I assume, how it works at the DNC debate. And he's like, Michael Bennett, and he, hands him his ID. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. We're on stage.
Listen, I know people may have objections. They could say, oh, you have to at least be 35 years old to be president. Well, listen. Michael Bennett is 33 years old right now. He'll turn 34 in November. That means that after the election takes place, he will be turning 35 next year. So he will fully be qualified. I understand that that's everyone's main issue with, of course, electing Michael Bennett, defensive lineman, to the position of the presidency. But, we just got to get out from underneath these hurdles before they become a thing.
Well, and who better to be the person to fucking bring our broken-ass country back to ship shape than a defensive lineman, Fucking somebody who is there, can work as part of a team, understands the importance of just getting in there and fucking shit up and sacking whichever poor shit happens to be on the other end of the Patriots defensive line,
Hey,
like,
and while we're pushing for these, these football players, these sports guys to get into office because they know how to work as part of a team, I just want to throw out there that Juju would be the gamer candidate, and I would vote for a Bennett Smith-Schuster ticket.
Bennett Smith-Schuster sounds like the most British character on Downton Abbey.
No, Bennett Smith-Schuster, that was the guy who played Sherlock, right?
Oh,
Doctor
yes,
Strange?
yes, I'm sorry. That's right. I mean, this candidate really does have it all. He's from Houston. He went to college. He it has a base over both in the Pacific Northwest as well as Tampa and in Philadelphia. Pennsylvania, that's part of the Rust Belt, and now residing in New England. I mean, he's making connections. This guy really does have it all.
Yeah. Also, if somebody talks shit, he's fucking 6 feet whatever, he can just lay him out. That's like his job is laying people out for talking shit. Well, I mean, not talking shit, but for holding a ball,
Fucking, he visits Congress and addresses Congress, and Nancy Pelosi says some stupid shit, and she's
just on the floor.
Fucking wrecks her.
Pancaked. Because I guarantee you, the offensive line for the Democrats right now is not great.
Okay, all right. He would rework his cabinet. He just brings his defensive coach into his cabinet.
Oh, that'd be perfect. Because, I mean, as many positive qualities as the squad has, I mean, Ilhan Omar can't block for shit. Her three-point stance is just wildly underdeveloped. Ocasio-Cortez, she can't seem to bulk up in the right way, you know? It just isn't there. I mean, he's going to blow right past them.
She's pretty on top of plays that are being called out in the field when they change it up.
Yeah, sports.
If I need someone to get...
You guys lost me.
Bo did this bit, and then now
I prepped this thing of, hey, this is the good Michael Bennett, and then immediately ran out of steam, because fuck sports.
All right, so, Bo, we're going to get you as a member of our fantasy team when the time comes, whether you like it or not.
Oh, yeah, fantasy team. I'll roll up a half-elf ranger, yeah.
That works, too. I mean... You know, I think that's a weird way to describe Jared Goff, but he does have some promise. So
I don't know who that is, but that was funny.
Jared Goff and Juju are younger than me, and I just want to say that I hate myself.
No, Zach, don't do that to yourself. What's going to be really bad is when you start to look up guys who are like 4-time NBA All-Star, and you find out he's younger than you by 3 years.
Ooh, Jesus.
It's a brutal world. I mean, that real big blockbuster trade with Anthony Davis to the Lakers. Anthony Davis is only a week older than I am. And, you know,
God
roughly,
damn.
I guess you could say that we've accomplished the same in our lives.
Yeah, you're both veterans.
Of success. God, it's real sad across the board. But you know what's not sad, Zach?
What isn't sad? You? That's a fucking lie.
Yeah, that's...
For the record, I am also sad.
This is a sad podcast.
No, this is my moment, Bo. You go be sad somewhere else. Zach finally gave me a platform to talk about my emotional vulnerability. Well, guys, one of the main reasons I'm sad is that my favorite sushi pizza restaurant from Australia closed.
No.
And I'm just not going to be able to get over it, really, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean...
Where are you going to go now to get your shitza?
Oh, I don't like that.
I mean... sounds like a very different kind of restaurant, but you can still find places, I'm sure, locally. You know?
Do you not have that thing where you order a pizza from your local Domino's and it just has a big old turd right on top of it?
I think somebody at Domino's might hate you.
Yeah, what the fuck is this? I said no anchovies.
I don't know. It does give it like a wang that you don't get from the anchovies. I thought that they were just experimenting with the menu. You know, you just like peel it off and throw it away. It's like the keep fresh label that you normally get.
Oh no! Oh god!
Oh, it's fresh, all right.
The driver is just like, I should have gone to college.
Time for another.
Or actually not. You know, I'm sure that these people who founded this restaurant, they honestly look like the most like Chad and bro Chad type guys in
these dudes definitely went to college and did not have to worry about money at any point during
all we saw was a photo of them with their button down shirts on, and you could smell the boat shoes from here. I mean, it's just awful.
And apparently those are like really old boat shoes because they can't afford new ones now that the restaurant has failed.
Well, now, I mean, they lost $436,000 in 3 months.
It's just $500,000 at this point.
No big deal.
Yes.
No big deal.
The number keeps going up as they keep doing inventory. What do you mean we don't have any of this?
Who took the fucking paper towels?
Where did all my one-ply toilet paper walk off to, huh?
So it's a high-end sushi pizza fusion restaurant that employed 53 people on its staff, and it was trying to become a very high-end boutique place, and they blamed their business failing for overall a lack of business over the actual weekday.
Did they have like two kitchens?
They must have. I have no idea how your little pop-up style, bougie restaurant had 53 people on its staff. is just actually, it's beyond me. I don't know how this happens. I mean, I will always rejoice every time some white fusion company fails, because I mean it's objectively hilarious to me.
Yeah.
But the actual just ignorance that these people exhibit, and then blame on, oh well, it's because I had to pay my employees a living wage. That's why this business went under.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to quote their menu, you walk in saying "me so hungry," which yep, that's tasteful. Thanks, Australia.
And you walk out saying, "Why miso pizza? That doesn't sound good."
That doesn't what?
Yeah, no, just the thought of that miso pizza doesn't sound good. But to someone else, they're like, "Yeah, we should do a whole menu."
Well, these were also the people who put happy ending as the header for their dessert section. So
hell yes,
Or
to
scroll down the menu a little bit, is that a chopstick in your pocket, or are you just happy to sashimi? Hashtag Sash does Sydney. So these are some real cool regular dudes who are running this fucking business here.
It honestly sounds like it's a Cumtown bit that has come to life. Is really what's happened.
So
I think Cumtown would be more tasteful, honestly.
Can't decide? Let us bring you out the chef's favorite dishes from each of our categories. A food experience like no other. Trust me, $69.
Oh my god. These people, I don't understand how they come to exist.
It can't be that hard to run a good sushi place. It can't be that hard.
That's really what I'm learning.
Like, this is Sydney. This is Sydney, Australia. Yeah, it's a big city. You expect to be, like, there's going to be little sushi shops. There's going to be big sushi shops. You expect to get a decent amount of people if you have a good location and you sell decent sushi.
Or maybe during
decent
the day,
pizza.
If you have two separate kitchens, yeah, exactly. You run pizza Monday through Friday during the day as a pizza joint, and then you become a high-end boutique sushi place on the weekend for people.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah. No, you do like hibachi tables, and you have like famous sushi chefs come to your restaurant.
Hold on, real quick disclaimer. Any profitable ideas stated by Psychic Dolphin Garage are the intellectual property of Psychic Dolphin Garage, and any bad ideas that result in financial failure are your own ideas. Okay, sorry, it just need to give that real quick bumper on it.
Yeah, make sure that none of those other fucking hicks that make podcasts steal any of our ideas.
Fucking award-winning sushi pizza place.
Look, if I'm telling you, the people that get big doing podcasts are those fucking East Coast elites,
Democrats.
right? The East Coast elites. Yeah. Like, we got to make sure that Red Scare doesn't fail at being
Red Scare's hot take of, I think those owners were hot. I would do cocaine with them. Was
God damn.
Well, clearly anyone would do cocaine with them. These guys clearly will just give you cocaine because they think you're cool.
No, I think it's cool how you're your own man and, not living in your father's shadow. And then they would just give you like an 8-ball. So
exactly, yeah. So they got that going for them.
Well, when their parents asked them why they were moving back in, they said, "Look, Mom and Dad, the market isn't the same it used to be when you were our age. I have to actually pay people these ridiculous wages now. Come on. What am I supposed to do with that? How am I supposed to
pay minimum wage? What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minimum wage in Australia was changed in June of 2018. It is $719 per week, or $18.93 per hour.
Fucking
I mean, that's.
And if you salary someone, you have to salary them at minimum wage. There was something where they weren't awarding them like the proper amount because they were underpaying them. I would bet that they were like not that they were paying them for like part-time, and they were actually working actual like full-time job stuff.
Yep. That's I'm sure common practice.
Common? What do you mean? Only morally bankrupt people would do that.
Yeah, I mean, what sort of legal loophole would they possibly want to exploit for their own financial gain? That would be immoral.
Oh, well.
Almost as immoral as sushi and pizza.
I'll never forget one of the most badass things that someone said in the middle of a fight. It was some guy at a club some frat boy rather at a club who was just talking all this wild shit to some other gentleman from across the bar in the outside patio area. And this guy just walks up to the frat boy, point blank asks him, "Hey, do you have any gold in your teeth?" And the frat boy was like, "What the fuck? What sort of stupid question is that?" And the guy tells the frat boy, "Oh, well, it's because after I knock you out and I go through your wallet, I want to know if there's anything good in your mouth."
That's fucking metal. Jesus.
And I was like, my God in heaven.
Yeah.
Who on earth are you and why? Is this a bit? Is this legitimately a threat? What is going on? Who has seen you at the end of the fight, heard you say, or at the beginning of the fight, heard you say that and thought, yeah, no, I still want to go at this guy. What the hell? Point is that I think we need to employ that guy, send him to Australia, and have these rich kids just pitch the idea to him and let him serve as the overall quality control idea of any sort of gentrifying area to determine whether or not your restaurant or muffin shop or whatever the fuck is actually needed.
I just like the idea of him going. Okay. I like the idea of him going to this restaurant and doing like a Gordon Ramsay bit where he does this show where he's like, "All right, is this owner like basically should he keep this restaurant?" Where he goes and he finds these failing restaurants, and if the owner is the one that's caused it, and he's a shitty person with shitty ideas, he just like takes the restaurant from him by force and turns it into a workers co-op.
Hell yeah!
Oh my God! Okay, Means TV, are you listening? Anyone who knows Means TV, I love that idea. Operation Bar Rescue or Kitchen Nightmares, but a leftist perspective starring this mystery man I saw at a club once in Houston, Texas. Okay?
Undercover anti-boss.
This happen? Oh my God, that would be beautiful. That's true progress, I think. You know, like, Man,
if those
that's a hell of a pitch, Zach.
If those Appalachian Hicks can make anything happen, this is their breadwinner right here.
Hell yeah!
I mean, just zero budget, great. Oh my God, it really is good. Okay, well, we gotta hammer out a few details. Again, this is our idea. See? Aren't we glad that we had that bumper at the beginning? Yeah?
I mean, you don't edit it out of the podcast this time. Last time we had something, we lost an idea to it, you had ripped the bit from before, so we didn't have it. No legal protection.
Heartbreaking.
Enough TV show pitches, Kelton. What the people really want is to hear about our TV show reference and why we made...
why we keep making Frankenstein references?
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's because it's the 200th anniversary of Mary Shelley's novel Frankenstein. It's going to be part of our new reading series. And I think it's important that we do a little bit of teasing out, really pique everyone's interest. Then we can watch it, maybe do a film discussion on the Robert De Niro film adaptation of the book, and delve into later on Aaron Eckhart's version of I, Frankenstein from 2014.
Yeah.
I mean, we could
no. We're skipping straight to Van Helsing. That's all we're fucking watching. That's it.
Or I guess we could talk about how there's clearly a mad scientist who's trying to create a Dr. Frankenstein monster right now. I mean, either one, you guys. Reading series or, talk about how there was a series of dismembered body parts sewn together in a Frankenstein-like fashion at a organ donation center. I mean, which one sounds more appealing to you guys, I guess?
Well, I do want to say...
Go ahead. No, go ahead. No, fuck you, go ahead.
Okay. I guess I have to now. It's weird to think of body donation center the same way you'd think like a butcher shop, because this is something that's like they took a human body and they like sewed it back together and hung it on the wall the same way that you would if you were like, I don't know, piecing together different rejected parts of cows you're slaughtering.
Or like a bad fucking taxidermy project.
Yeah.
Well, see, it was actually just a 3D model, but you know how they'll show you where the various cuts of beef come from on a cow? They were doing that, but with a human body. That's all it was, guys. Come on.
Well, yeah, so that's the thing. The amount of just fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre that's happening here. Like, Jesus Christ. It's, yeah, not great.
Leatherface trying to address the FBI, being like, I'm a scientist.
Yeah.
Let me do my work.
Jesus.
I promise.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I was expecting this to happen in Florida because, I mean, just it's so wild a story. I didn't think the details, would actually get shared with anyone.
Uh-huh.
But this actually came from Arizona,
Phoenix.
of all places.
Yeah. Honestly, I can't wait for the HJJ song about this. No folk punk fans in the audience.
I was going to say the other band you listen to.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, you're right, but shut the fuck up. Let me be a 14-year-old drinking Steel Reserve that I am in my soul, all right?
Well, enough about this story. Let's get on to my second story. Sex dolls turned out to be real humans in Arizona.
Yeah, I mean, in the news story, it just truly seemed like a horror scene. I mean, male torsos were there without limbs and genitalia, and then they were wondering where all the genitalia was. Then they opened up a cooler, and it was full of male genitalia.
It's like a bad punchline.
Yeah. Where are the dicks? In the cooler.
They're the dicks.
But if the dicks are in the cooler, where did I put my lunch? Oh no!
Yeah, but there's a full-on civil suit going on about this now too. So like as much as like this is like such a weird fucking surreal thing that it's like, oh, jokey, whatever. Like, what the fuck, Phoenix?
Hey, what do you want? Do you want like a serial killer like dextering out in the community, or do you want people to just donate their already dead bodies to this guy to cut up and play in their blood or something?
I suppose
some family.
Yeah, I suppose if I had to choose between fucking, Jeffrey Dahmer and this amateur taxidermist, I'd choose the taxidermist, but...
Again,
just
fuck? You stuffed in the corner, us being like, we had some good riffs, Bo. It's okay. Awkwardly using your teeth as a bottle opener for a Modelo. Single tear rolling down your eye.
Brutal.
He's still with us. Yeah, I mean, these families, though, they're told that their dead loved ones are going to be treated with dignity and respect, and that the bodies would be cremated and returned to them. And when the bodies weren't returned to them, they were like, maybe something's up. And then it's like, oh, well, maybe they're selling the organs illegally overseas, and maybe that's actually happening as part of it. It truly seemed like it was a guy who wanted to create the most horrifying Lego set possible with human body parts. Just, look, I don't understand how something like this can happen without it raising more than just a few red flags along the way.
Yoga and meditation didn't work for him. He had to take drastic action to make sure that he didn't go back to prison.
Well, no. I mean, I it started with, I just wanted to hold on to this guy's pinky, it started when I wanted to unlock this guy's phone, so I thought, okay, I'll just keep the finger for myself. Then it became, do I get the left hand or the right hand? Neither one of them's working. So then I just decided I needed to keep both of them, but I can't give no hands to the family, so I just decided I would hold on to it. And you know how these dang iPhones these days, they use facial recognition. Oh my God, no. So I took an eye out of them to make it work, and that didn't work. So then the facial recognition that I showed up right next to his face, and that didn't work. So I had to hold on to the one eye, the two severed hands, and then the whole decapitated head, just because I wanted to see what was in this guy's phone. You know,
had some good memes on there, yeah.
It's a meme smith the whole time.
Yeah, it turns out every single one of these people that's been dismembered and, you know, their limbs and fingerprints and stuff stolen, it's just they're all, you know, really quality meme pages.
He specifically moves to Arizona because he used IP tracking to find that all these Reddit accounts with millions and millions of karma were from that. Were most they were densely populated in that specific part of Arizona. So
the meme belt, I believe they call it. Yeah.
Yes, the famous Arizona meme belt.
Yeah. Hey, one more thing while we're on the topic. I just fucking love the guy who owns this company, and apparently he's been arrested for similar just acts of just gross fucking Cannibal Corpse album cover kind of shit in the past. His name is Stephen Gore. So, like, really, can you get mad at him for it? Like, if somebody gets into being, I don't know, a fucking barrel maker, and their surname is Cooper, you know, it's a little obscure, maybe. Like, not everybody's gonna put that together. But
here's incoming my latest Goldstein reference.
Oh no!
Quick, someone stop me!
Well, boys, it's been lovely being canceled.
When you have a hammer, everything looks like a nail. When you have a bone saw, everything looks like an arm. You know? And I understand there's a lot of other things going on in this world. You know, we could talk about ICE illegally detaining U.S. citizens, or the United States federal government reinstating the death penalty for inmates, or Trump saying that he's going to declare anyone who's anti-fascist as a terrorist. But in these trying times, it's real Frankenstein hours, guys. Okay, so you know these are the things we got to focus on. These are the people we got to watch out for. So, what's do you think would some of the warning signs be of someone who's, you know, a wannabe mad scientist like this?
Any solution to climate change that involves a death ray, I would say, because that's not a long-term solution. Definitely not.
It's a long-range solution, though. You don't understand.
Any obsession with emulator games?
My take would be he really sucks at the game Operation, but you know, I think that y'all have much better warning signs than me.
Sucks at Operation. Get it? Because he's a surgeon. And by surgeon, I mean he only drinks Surge, the energy drink.
Surge in vodka.
Surge in my veins. Surge is back at Burger King. Dr. Burger King.
I didn't spend 4 years at Burger Medical School to be called Burger King. Thank you very much. My name is Dr. Burger King.
My name is Dr. Burger King.
Are you really a PhD if you're not threatening to crash an asteroid into the Earth? Like, come on.
Opens up the cooler behind the door, and it's some ungodly abomination of the Ronald McDonald and Wendy's sewn together like Siamese twins, crawling at you, missing legs, begging for their lives to finally be ended. And you slam the freezer door.
No, better yet, it's a ghastly abomination combining the Hamburglar and Mayor McCheese. Yeah. So he is what he must steal, and he can't fucking square that existential circle.
Oh no.
Also, shout out to the Hamburglar for the Hamble Boy for top-notch illegalist praxis. Keep on burgling them hams, dude.
I'm just picturing Grimace with the arms and legs of a child sticking out of him, like from the Thing.
Quaid, start the reactor. Or wait, how did he sound in the fucking Klasky Supo cartoon? Y'all know that one, right? The fucking McDonald's cartoon?
God. It has been such a long time.
Well, they made a McDonald's cartoon and would hand out VHS tapes as Happy Meal toys, which is the wildest fucking thing I think I've ever said in my life. Anyway, Grimace sounded kind of like this. Ronald, start the fryer.
looking at the immigrant children he bought. Ronald,
oh, no.
Start the fryer.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
I'm pretty sure this is just the end of Season 2 of Happy.
Oh, so that's a show you watch. Okay, I get it now. All right. Well, then. I see. I mean, I could actually get behind that. We could make an animated TV show, following the adventures of Gritty and the gang. A whole bunch of lovable sidekicks with each of them having like a unique personality trait and or physical disability to make, really hit those demo numbers. Then they could attack
kids,
various...
If y'all all smash and grab at the same time, they can't catch any of you.
Using the kid in the wheelchair as a getaway driver.
Oh, Gritty's pushing them himself, yeah.
Yeah, I mean... And then they could go and they could steal from various fast food type corporations and major corporations around the globe,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I could see that be like a fun little homage to the Saturday morning cartoons we all used to watch as a kid, or that, people slightly older than us used to watch as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Or cooler kids than us used to watch as a kid, or
definitely
kids whose parents were still together used to watch as a kid.
Kids whose parents owned a TV used to watch as a kid. Kids whose parents used to let them watch the TV instead of kneeling before it every morning and worshiping the great screen gods.
The framed 8x10 photo of Ronald Reagan just above the mantle,
The kids whose parents changed the channel from, it was Channel 14. It was like the Glorious Christian News Network or something.
Oh, no. That doesn't sound good at all. Welcome to the Bible Network.
CBN, the Christian Broadcasting Network.
Jesus
that's
Christ.
Cursed.
I'd actually be okay with, hackers stealing identities of everyone who ever watched the Christian Broadcast Network more than twice. Because the first time I can understand if you're scrolling by it and you don't really notice. But if you go back to that show, I mean, like, the Lord will provide, as they say. So, why not just steal their identity? They gotta have better credit than I do, after all. Just Equifax then being like, I'm going to give you $125 because we may have let your identity get stolen. And they're like, see, God came through. The cost of
the good
all
Lord
of my
provides.
possessions.
Yeah, but remember that a UBI is socialism, because if we take all the money, if we give everybody free money, then there won't be enough money for everyone.
Okay, so we have to take money away from the people that we gave money to and give it to other people, right?
Precisely.
Yes.
Because we have to still view currency as a required construct in this society as opposed to trading strictly off of goods and services.
Yeah. Just make the whole the economy one big circle jerk, yeah.
Yeah. Equifax UBI. How about that? Turn that into one giant company.
Yeah, we just all have our personas sell their cars to each other, and I'm lost.
Okay, Bo, I need you to be on this while I run through a breakdown of what's happening at Equifax. I need you to search for me, and I'm sorry that you're assigned this, but
stretch my fingers here.
If I'm going to give Zach, necessary criticisms for his awful takes, I need to, permanently scar you. Okay?
Let's hear it.
I want you to search Carfax Fox Deviant Art for me.
Oh, this is
please.
nothing.
I need you to let me know
no,
what else. No.
Well,
give me a good plethora here, because I think people legitimately need to know what all is happening over at Equifax, which is that all of our identities got stolen, basically. And they said, oh, well, we're sorry. We're going to give you $125. But, Zach, what was the limit? Do you remember how many people, if they applied, the number would then go down? What was that set to?
The limit is, it wasn't, well, there was a number. The way that it was done wasn't by number of people. The way that it was done was by, they had, according to the agreement, they were supposed to give X amount of dollars to the settlement money was $700 million.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, the big pool overall.
Yeah.
And so then that keeps on getting divided up. No more people who apply.
Well,
so the $125
the thing
promise.
Is, see, there's a $700 million total settlement, even though its yearly revenue is $888 million. So,
Yeah.
I'm glad that they're suffering. It's technically
our business revenue will go down slightly. Oh,
out of the $700 million they're paying, only $425 million is going towards affected consumers, as the other 275 is going to penalties that they have to pay, which who knows where that goes, right? That's going to the wall now, I guess. Out of the 425
we should send them to the wall.
Nice.
Fuck yeah, we should. Out of the 425 million, only 31 million is set aside for individual cash payments. And if you do the math, if 1 million people apply, in which this affected millions of people, if 1 million people ask for cash, the settlement goes down to $31 per person. And if all 147 million people who are affected by this signed up, then that's only 21 cents a person.
God damn it.
Nice.
Okay, so I was, in other words...
If you haven't signed up for it, do not. I need my money.
Yeah. I gotta get mine, is what I'm saying, okay?
I can't refund those 125 McChickens I ate.
You know what? They in fact, you know what? Equifax told me, they were like, you know what, Kelton? You were the last person whose identity got stolen. Everyone else, they're good. So, anyone after you that's applying, just shouldn't even bother. Like,
you should actually
it's okay.
send them a check.
Yeah. Actually, that might just end up going into the pockets of a CEO. So just send me a check. That's what they said. They're like, you're doing such a good job. We really believe in the podcast. We heard about the good word you're giving out to the big mountain goat lobby. So why don't you?
Big mountain goat. Yeah.
God damn it. 21 cents off of a promised $125 off of my entire identity getting stolen and compromised.
There you go.
21 cents.
Well,
how much is postage to send me the check for 21 cents?
If they have enough money to mail you a check or a prepaid card, then
eat shit.
I mean, yeah.
That is the worst thing in the world.
Speaking of worst thing in the world, I did Google Carfax Fox DeviantArt.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Yeah, no, first result looked like it was wearing a diaper, but turns out it was not. So that's a nice plus. It's just the fox in a shirt. It just looks like a diaper.
Nice.
And I had the worst expectations. And just scrolling through the
results. Is he looking fit? Is he looking trim?
It's just, honestly, not that bad. Honestly,
nice.
It could be worse. I mean, no pants, but like no pants in like a Donald Duck way.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Which does draw the attention to the fact that the Carfax Fox is wearing pants normally, which is weird.
That
now.
is. Yeah.
But yeah, scrolling through this, I did see. It's not related, but thanks Google. Just Bowser, but somebody recolored him blue, and that feels heinous in a way.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's very problematic to the blue members of Mario World that Bowser would
all
give.
I'm thinking is, it's got to be a sex thing.
Oh, I hadn't even thought of that.
Somebody must be horny about Blue Bowser. That's just a thing that's stuck in my head now.
The answer is that it's
spandex.
It's always about being horny. That's what art is online. Art, you don't create art unless you are horny.
Exactly. That's why we all pop Viagra's before we record this fucking podcast.
I mean,
this is
like, are you guys not rock hard talking about how much the postage rate? The minimum postage rate is 50 cents?
I'm rock hard talking
on
about
stamps.com.
body parts.
It costs more money, more than twice the amount of money to send me the check for 21 cents.
Jesus.
Than it does. God damn it.
Can I just text Equifax, like, just Venmo me, bro?
Venmo me 71 cents, please.
What a
God.
well-organized and efficient economy we live in. God bless the free market, huh?
I mean, the only thing that I guess keeps me feeling good at night is knowing that there's some weird blue latex Bowser out there.
Yep.
Trying to delight the hearts and minds of children across America.
Blue latex.
DeviantArt.
They just threw a fucking diving suit on Bowser and then vacuumed all the air out.
Assuming that that's latex and not just body paint.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Edible body paint.
Can I get a nude Bowser? Well, Bowser's always naked, actually.
With or without shell?
Ew! That's even worse.
Oh, yikes. Nude Bowser is not a good search. That is...
Well, time to type in nude Bowser to my internet browser.
Okay, well, so I guess that's what all this boils down to.
Is wholesome feet content.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we got two great ideas that we're going to pitch to Means TV at some point once we hammer out the details.
Another for Nintendo.
Don't donate your body to science because you'll end up being some guy's fetish. Don't.
You're already some guy's fetish, sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. You know why? Because DeviantArt brought us together. That's the real positive message of unity that we're trying to end on today.
Facebook mods
Right,
should be more like DeviantArt mods.
Yeah, Facebook mods. That'd be real cool if I could be allowed back on Facebook. How about that? Maybe let me post some things.
All he's posting is pictures of Grimace in a diaper. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
If I want to make jokes about Italian fascists in World War II masturbating to images of their son, I should be able to do that as much as I goddamn well want. Okay?
Hey, but enough about Nancy Pelosi. Hey! I'm walking here.
Quickly. Okay, we should wrap up this episode before the Fazoli's lobby.
Fazoli's
No, I'm going to fit in as much anti-Italian racism as I can.
Let me tell you something, greaseball. All right.
Well, hey, you fucking Goomba.
Oh, no. Speaking of Bowser.
Yikes.
God damn. Well, that's an episode, guys. Well,
it was an episode.
Yeah, that's an episode, guys. I'm going to go shoot myself in the fucking head right now.
Hey, same.
Yeah, any big plans for the weekend, Zach?
I'm going to hope and pray that Shark Week this year is not as intrusive as it usually is. I'll be disproven, as usual.
I mean, like, I'm just going to start, binge watching that classic cartoon Street Sharks all the time. Because, I mean, superior product than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and more deserving of a reboot because of its lack of brand recognition.
They got robbed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my take on the issue. Bo, what are you going to be doing this weekend?
I don't have a shark-related thing, but I'm going to be praying the fucking follower count doesn't pop up over 666, because I don't think my body can handle the Doom event. It will, because I've played worse games for longer, but still. Yeah, let's fucking see it happen.
Yeah, I don't think we can let Bo just play vanilla Doom either. He has to do I'm
doing Ultra Nightmare Doom 2016 is the plan. And I'm just going to restart every time I die fucking 20 minutes in, and it's going to be terrible to do and watch.
Is Doom Eternal going to be multiplayer?
I don't know.
Actually,
I've been following it here and there. Fucking Doom 2016 did. I don't think anybody actually played the multiplayer on that.
Well, I mean, it had multiplayer. I mean co-op, not multiplayer.
Oh, fucking better. That's a great idea.
Yeah, because if it did that, then I'll stream with you. I'll stream co-op with you. I mean, I'll be much worse than you. So it'll be me dying and then you crying for 15 minutes as you continue on alone.
Oh, I always
and
cry on
me
stream. Yeah.
just jacking off on stream.
Beautiful.
Turn the camera down.
That's
Do
art
it.
right there. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, alrighty, lads.
If you like us, please again give us a follow at Dolphin Garage. We hope that you guys have a great weekend. Got anything else to say, fellas?
I just want to fucking die.
Ah, that's right. Hail Satan.
Hail Satan!
Deuces.